Ever had that moment when you thought, finally I made it, I'm a manager, and then reality hits you like a Slack notification at 6:59 p.m. Being a manager sounds like a promotion, but what most people won't tell you is it's actually a career pivot, and a messy one at that. Today, we're pulling back the curtain and deconstructing being promoted. This is the real stuff no one tells you about management. Stick around because I'm going to walk you through 5 brutally honest truths about being a manager, stuff I wish someone told me earlier. My name is Marcel, I'm a chartered manager, and 20 years ago I wished someone told me things you are about to hear. Firstly, when you become a manager, your job is no longer doing the work, it's enabling the work. That switch is massive. You go from being a high performer to being a people multiplier. If your team struggles, you struggle. Even if you personally crushed your half of the project. I know this sounds nebulous, so here's what it means. You need to be okay with less visible wins because it will be the team winning, not necessarily just you. You're building systems, not deliverables, and this is a process without immediate results. And a very painful point for some is that your new KPI is team performance, not personal outputs. It's a bit like going from being the player to being the coach. Still part of the game, but very different skills. Quick tip I can share at this stage, celebrate team wins like they are your own. Because they are. Let's talk about feedback. Giving and receiving it is awkward as hell, at least at first. Most new managers either avoid it or overdo it. The trick is to treat feedback like brushing your teeth. Regular, low stakes, and non-negotiable. What no one tells you is that praise is just as important as constructive criticism. It's about catching people when they do something right as opposed to waiting for them to fall. Feedback isn't a monologue, it's a dialogue, and using open-ended questions here helps a lot. Instead of asking, do you think you perform well? To which person can answer either yes or no, ask them instead, how do you think you are performing? People will remember how you made them feel, not just what you said, and being manager requires to train that emotional intelligence. If you don't know what that is, I will link another video on the subject. It's enough to say that EQ is a superpower that can't be ignored. Pro tip here, keep a feedback log, little notes on what went well, what didn't. It's a lifesaver during one-to-ones. Here's the sneaky part, your behavior sets the tone whether you like it or not. If you're stressed, vague and reactive, don't be surprised when your team acts the same. But if you model calm, curiosity and accountability, well, that stuff cascades. It's the invisible power of culture, and you're writing it every day through your tone, your messages, your reactions in meetings. Reality check here, you're always on stage as a manager. Even when you're tired, you're annoyed, or simply unsure. What no one told me how isolating management could feel. You can't vent downward. You don't always want to vent upward, and peer relationship can feel complicated. It's a heavy stuff. You're suddenly responsible for people's careers, happiness, and sometimes even salaries. That weight is real. What helps is to build a circle of other managers that you trust. Invest in mentors, formal or informal. Journaling, no joke. Management therapy in a notebook. Now, let's look at something painful, and that is the myth that once you become a manager, you've made it. Nope, you've entered a new league, and now you're back to being a rookie. Every year, the game changes. Team dynamics, company goals, economic shifts. So if you're not learning, you're stagnating. Favorite mindset shift? Think of yourself as a learning manager, not a finished product. Read books, watch other leaders, ask your team for feedback. So yeah, management isn't just a new title. It's a new identity. It's humbling, weirdly lonely at times, and endlessly challenging. But it is also one of the most meaningful things you can do in your career. If you're a new manager or about to become one, don't stress if it feels hard. It's supposed to. That means you care. Drop a comment if any of this hit home, or share your own "no one told me this" moment. And if you want more honest takes on leadership and management, hit that like and subscribe. You've got more coming. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.